Hey guys, Heather Holiday here, and I know there's been so much excitement over our new booj platform. It did go live for us August 7th, and I know that I was in town. We did like a week full of booj fun stuff. We went to Orlando with the RE/MAX training team, learned a ton of good stuff. There's a lot of webinars, and I just wanted to kind of recap some of what's going on with the new booj. Some days it's kind of on, some days it's a little off. I noticed when it is off, that's a good thing because they're integrating some of those cool features that we're seeing in all those webinars. Make sure that you are watching and checking out all of the Tuesday emails, the RE/MAX Recharge. Also, if you want to go in and play, you can always just go into your Mac Center, check out the tech news tile. This is going to have a lot of the release notes that they have coming out. That is where I geek out because I get to see what they made changes. So I noticed on Tuesday, like the websites, I couldn't gain access to that in the campaigns because they are starting to slowly trickle those in. I had the back to school in the fall, so there were a couple in there. Right now I don't see them, but I did see them last week. So when I go into the tech news tile, I'm going to see all the release notes. This is telling me what enhancements they're actually adding. So right now, as I had mentioned in the classes, we're kind of live beta mode because all of these awesome features, they're not quite there, but they are slowly releasing them and adding to them. So make sure to check out the tech news tile. They will also have the webinars, all that fun stuff, tons of great stuff in there. So the most important thing right now is organizing your database. So it's super easy to import your contacts and leads into the booj system, which is going to be crucial. So I know that one of our classes was all about how to export from different platforms and how to import. When you go to set up your booj and get into the contacts, it's going to ask you if you want to integrate with LeadStreet, like go ahead and import all of your contacts from LeadStreet into the booj platform. You can certainly do that. It's probably the easiest way to do it. However, in booj, there's a difference between contacts and leads. And anything that comes over from that third party, from what I'm told, will come in as a contact. And for those LeadStreets, or if you're on KV Core or Real Geeks or Zillow, any of those other platforms, you want to export and then import after you've organized into booj, because you're going to be asked, is this a lead or is this a contact? The lead is what's going to basically kind of say, this is my agent. And when that consumer goes on to remax.com, it's going to pop up your information so that they can say, yes, that's my agent. Once they confirm that, that is your lead. So there's a little difference, and of course if you have any questions, let me know. But that is why when I was down, we really emphasized on exporting from different sources and organizing your database. You can have unlimited tags. So what I have agents doing is, once they export, you want to add your tags. You want to add birthdays, anniversaries, anything that you want. It's so much easier to work within an Excel spreadsheet versus once you get all of those contacts in, to go in one by one and add all this stuff. It's so much easier to export your database, add tag columns, and then that way there's basically a drop-down Excel remembers, so you can actually organize all of these different contacts and then import them in, and everything will be organized from the get-go. So that is what we're emphasizing on. And also, make sure that you are going into, where's my RE/MAX University, there we are. Go into RE/MAX University. So this is all about getting prepared for when everything really starts, you know, coming together and being live. So go into your RE/MAX University, and on the far left, you're going to see booj. So if you click on the booj label, you're going to see so many videos, as well as the webinars that they've been doing every week. It They say it takes 72 hours. I've noticed a little bit longer, and they're also adding those into those recharge emails. So make sure to go into this and check out the videos, because the videos are really going to give you great detail of what's coming out to you, how we can better organize our leads and contacts, getting them into the system, how we're going to be able to utilize the CRM, and you can actually see it in full force when you're watching these videos. So those are just some of my tips on getting started. I will be down and we'll do another tons of training on all the different aspects of the booj. In the meantime, you can also go to rem.ax/booj_class. I'll put that link below. If you go in there, I have a ton of resources. So I have not only me, but I have other trainers within the RE/MAX offices and that do presentations, so we can all kind of compile everything into one little spot for you. So if you go over here, you're going to see I have notes with links to webinars kind of going over the different the RE/MAX University videos going over what I'm talking about. So there's a ton of different tools that you can already be using. I also, under the booj website, I have links so you can see what my website looks like. You can go ahead and start playing with your website, adding pages, all that fun stuff. Let me go over here. So this is what I have as like my home page. Super easy to build. I'm going to have a lot of fun with these. So now we're able to change the background. We weren't able to do that before Tuesday, and I noticed they were down. So now there's tons of images. There's over 500 that you can use, but you can also upload your own. So now I have, you know, I've got like my home page. I've also got kind of like a career page. I love playing around with these. I have our preferred partners page, so I'm able to add in a bunch of cool things. Let me refresh that because I did change it. So you can go ahead and start creating these pages within your website. So once they go live, which they're waiting for all the IDX, it'll already be done and you'll have a really nice website. They're really nice from the get-go. So the two big things before booj really gets out there and goes live and is really functional is, one, going into your RE/MAX profile. That is going into the apps, clicking on your My Account, really looking at that profile. What does that profile look like? Because that is where all the information for your website is going to be pulled from. So you definitely want to make sure that your profile looks great. Your pictures are ginormous right now. You want to make sure it's not pixelated, or you need to get a new headshot. So make sure that is done, and then really start working with your database, getting that organized so that we can import that in, and stay tuned for more booj training dates that we'll be doing hands-on. But check out the webinars, check out my resources, and I can't wait for everything to really come to fruition and everything else. We got to be the guinea pigs, being the first to come live, and they're constantly adding new features, which I'm super excited about. Also, when you are in your booj, once you get that set up, you can always click this question mark and hit the getting started. Go to there, go to the how-to guides, and of course, if you have any suggestions, click over here to support and suggestions and enter it in, because the more agents, suggest something, it's going to get higher on that list of what they're adding to the system. So check those out. Of course, if you have any questions, you know how to find me. Chat soon. Bye.